handling and suppliers of construction materials. Now, I move on. The International Competition Network ICN Advocacy Workshop has kicked off today. Now, this is the first time the workshop themed Bouncing Back is being held in the country. Now, the two-day workshop will address how advocacy can be used for the advancement of competition law enforcement, thereby supporting the recovery of economies from disruptions such as pandemics, economic downturns, and supply chain constraints. The authority has said the workshop will also interrogate the advocacy initiatives deployed by various agencies under ICN. Interventions applied targeting MSMEs, collaboration with other sectors, ensuring a level playing field. KTN's Esther Diana is at the workshop. She'll be speaking to sector players on matters consumer protection, abuse of power, and anti-competitive. Let's listen in.
This is the International Competition and Network Advocacy Workshop that is being held here in Nairobi, Kenya for the first time, and as a matter of fact, East Africa. Now, this particular workshop will address the role of advocacy in actually enforcing laws in competition. And with me here is Dr. Kenneth Tanate from the Philippines, and he is the director, the Philippine Commission for Competitions. So, Mr. Tanate, welcome to Kenya. How has been your experience?
Yes.
I will hold that.
Yeah. So, first of all, I think I need to explain. But first of all, good morning to all the viewers and listeners. So, again, I'm Kenneth Tanate, the Executive Director of the Philippine Competition Commission. So I think I need to explain that currently the competition authorities of Kenya, the Philippines, Egypt, and Japan are co-chairs of the advocacy working group of the International Competition Network. And the competition advocacy working group, its objective is to improve the effectiveness of ICN members in advocating the dissemination of competition principles and to promote the development of culture of competition can get out of this workshop.
All right, Karibu Kenya. All right, so all right, so coming up next to speak to us is Mr. Shaka Kariuki. He is the chair, the board of Competition Authority of Kenya. And he holds so many other accolades, among others, leadership roles in the world over. Is that right?
Well, I'll not say it's 100% accurate, but thank you for the compliment.
All right, all right.
Yes.
So then, sir, thank you so much for coming here to speak to us. And then we'd love to know, so then this is an international network. And then for the first time, it is coming to Nairobi, Kenya, and East Africa, as a matter of fact. So then, yes, as an authority, why do you think this is here, and what is the significance? Why Kenya?
That's a very good question. You know, the reality is it was actually a bidding process where, you know, agencies from all over the world bid for the opportunity to actually host this conference. And out of those, all those agencies, and I think ICN actually has over 100 agencies, Kenya was the one that was selected. As a matter of fact, here today, we have representations by 36 agencies from all over the world. So it just demonstrates the respect that Competition Authority of Kenya has been able to garner across the globe, but even more importantly, the respect it has among its peers. So it also goes without saying that without the government support, we would also not be able to host such events and to have the mandate that is required when we go to a bidding process. Yes.
All right. So then for these 2 days, you'll be having this workshop. What are your expectations?
You know, the key here is to make sure that we all collaborate, that we all learn from each other. Because the reality is competition is not just country specific, it's regional, it's global. And ultimately at the end of the day, we need to have global standards when it comes to the competition laws and the competition activities that we're engaged in, not only as an industry in Kenya, but also across the region as well.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time. So then we'll be speaking to Dr. Roba as well. He is the Director General Competition Authority of Kenya. This authority has been given the mandate to actually protect the market.
This occasion is extremely important to the authority and also to our country. One of the competition advocacy as a tool is to communicate to the public about the provisions and implications of not complying with competition law. So advocacy, which is the main theme of this workshop, is to ensure that the public generally is aware of what competition entails, and therefore, learning what it entails, they will be able to comply without being penalized for non-compliance.
All right, so then as an authority, would you say that the environment in which you operate is conducive for actually, does it allow you to carry out your mandate effectively?
Yes, to a large extent, yes. This is an agency of about 10 years old, and we are in service industry. And over the years, we got tremendous support from our parent ministry, the National Treasury, in terms of our activities on an annual basis. And we have been enabled in terms of resources, both human and financial resources, to do what is required of us as a competition agency and also as advocacy, which support the competition now. So in that sense, I will say yes, we have been enabled, and our decisions, which is the most important part of competition regulation, is independent of other interferences.
All right, now the Ministry of Energy last week increased their petroleum regulatory levy to